Hey Watchers, how's it going? Will here with a DC video for you, and we're here to talk about Man of Steel, more specifically Doomsday. And actually no, not that super troll that appeared at the end of Dawn of Justice. So, you may be looking at the screen confused because within the DCEU there's only one incarnation within the big screen franchise. Well, we're here to talk about that because recently a fan asked Zack Snyder whether or not Doomsday was still kicking around or not, and he just straight up says, yes, the real Doomsday is out there still. But we saw the Zod beast die, so I suppose this must be in reference to the actual Doomsday that people recognized and expected from the comics, and there also seems to be some proof hidden on the Man of Steel Blu-ray. So if you actually are one of the people that owns that Blu-ray, you're already aware of the special features, including the Learn About Krypton documentary within the film. This is where the US government manages to reverse engineer some Kryptonian data cache that was made accessible when the Black Zero made contact with Karza-El scout ship. Karza-El was already on Earth at some point about 18,000 years ago, but that has to do with the prequel content, not too much to do with Doomsday. From there, it translated the Kryptonian into English and dropped a lot of hints for what would later come in for the DCEU. There's a lot of different references to things like the Kryptonian gods like Rao, the Last War, and Bertrand. The translation reads, "Beware Bertrand's curse, for he is named Doomsday." Bertrand was a Kryptonian scientist long before the planet exploded who wanted to make the ultimate life form a la Shadow the Hedgehog. He, to paraphrase Max Landis, threw a baby against a rock until it died, then he took the remains and just made a new baby. He did this until the organism stopped dying, essentially, so that created Doomsday, this massive organism that was virtually indestructible and could basically revive itself from death. Thing is that although Bertrand succeeded in making his unstoppable killing machine, he also made it uncontrollable, and since epigenetics is a thing, Doomsday didn't forget all the abuse it experienced and went on a killing spree starting with its creator. Now, in the comics, he was caught and shot off into space and eventually landed on Earth where he was punched to death by Superman, who died with him, but in this warning of this curse, the implication is that the actual rage toddler Doomsday is still out there in the cosmos. So, not only does Zack Snyder admit that Great Goblin that we saw in Dawn of Justice was just a big fat phony, but thanks to an Easter egg in his movie, we now know that the true terror is still probably out there in space, just kind of floating around waiting to hit Earth. Maybe he'll land and take on Shazam or something next time. But let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Would you want to see the actual Doomsday make a return in live action outside of Krypton, which has been confirmed to be non-canon to the DCEU, so that one doesn't count. But while you're there, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, Hybrid Network. Also, check out our website and hit that bell to be notified of new content. I'm Will, and I'll see you next time.